Cromwell. You guys, this is our very first time staying at the Cromwell, and I'm pretty impressed so far. The Cromwell is very different to a lot of other resorts on the Las Vegas Strip. It's a lot smaller, and I think there's only like 7 or 8 floors, very small compared to the other ones, very small casino. The pool itself is 21 and up, so it's definitely not your family resort, but we'll get into all that at the very end. We originally booked just a basic king room through our comp, so it was going to be completely free for us to stay for 3 nights. We went to the front desk when we were checking in to see if there were any upgrades available. We were offered a parlor suite for an extra $75 a night or a Boulevard Suite for $100 a night. We thought it was just my birthday. Let's treat us and you guys to this beautiful room. And why don't we take a tour? So where we're starting right now is just going to be your foyer area. The lighting is a little bit dark in here, so I do apologize. It's sort of got it's very moody lighting, but it's really nice in here, very unique. It's got a very westerny kind of steampunk kind of vibe in here. You'll see anyway, just follow me. So this is the one way that will take us to our first bathroom anyway. So this is just going to be just a basic little powder room, just with your toilet, just your sink, no showers, no bath, but it does what you need to do basically. I really like the little touches, like even just the spare toilet rolls are in nice little cases like that. I mean, again, nothing that is necessary, but just nice little added touches. They are using these Jose Iber toiletries, which you're going to find standard in most of the Caesars properties. Nothing fancy, just your basic stuff. Let's continue. This is going to be your living room area. So you've got this sort of sectional area here. Again, very steampunky. You can see the artwork out over here with the gears everywhere. You've got, you know, the dogs with the sort of steampunk type, you know, goggles on and everything. It almost reminds me of like, I feel like a country area, you know, like almost cottagey, country chic. I don't know. It's not what I was expecting based on somewhat of, you know, the other pictures I've seen, everything, but it's pretty cool. Haven't tested out the TV yet, but it does look pretty decent. It's a decent size. Looks to be a newer TV as well, which is always nice. Love the plants. Over here too, you've got like a little nook here for great place to have, you know, breakfast or snacks or, you know, drinks, whatever before you're going out, maybe to pre-game at, or if you are a family, maybe just to kind of hang out, chit chat. Tons of books over here as well, which again, very unique kind of styling. Again, very rustic, very just kind of shabby chic in a way, but very cool. We make our way over here. You do have a wet bar area. So this is going to be a great place to entertain. You've got another TV over here. You've got your sink and everything. You've got a Keurig, no K-Cups for free. So if you are planning to stay here, I would suggest bring your own K-Cups or go to maybe CVS, Walgreens, grab a couple from there and just, you know, have your free coffee in the room kind of thing. All this stuff here, do not touch. This is all going to be charged to you if you use any of this stuff. They will usually give you pricing somewhere, but I'm not even going to bother checking because it's always outrageous. Same with the fridge. We do have a full-size fridge, but there is a lot of their own stuff already in there, which once again, we're not going to touch. Looks like the door is free to put your own stuff, so we're going to keep our waters and drinks in there just to keep them cool. The freezer, though, right now is empty. So, you know, if you do have any things you want to keep extra cold, they got you. One thing that really stood out to me here is the windows. So unfortunately, it does seem like this one doesn't open. There are some latches here, which I do believe you need some kind of a special mechanism to open. So this one doesn't open, but there are more windows, which I will show you momentarily, that do. But still, you do have a beautiful view. You can see the Bellagio kind of starting up a little bit. They've got some, right now, just some steam, but I will give you some shots of the views a little bit later. But yeah, beautiful views. You're right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. So I mean, the views are spectacular. Now, this is something that caught my eye as soon as we walked into the room. You've got your own pinball machine. Like, how cool is that? It was unplugged when we came in here, so something tells me that this is probably going to be noisy, so I probably will also be unplugging it. But we've already been playing it a little bit, and it's really just a neat thing to have in your room. Like, how many rooms have you seen with a pinball machine in it, right? Kind of cool. Anyway, let's continue on to the bedroom area. As you come into the bedroom area, you got a beautiful king-size bed. I definitely sunk right into that, so I'm just guessing this is going to be a very, very comfy bed to be in. I'm really excited. I'll let you know how we slept in here, obviously at the end of the video when I give you my full review of everything. Again, you've got these like trunk styling, drawers and everything, which kind of carries out this theme throughout. Again, this sort of industrial looking lamp. It's very interesting styling. Love the mirror, the vintage mirror here. Full size, of course. Another TV in here. So again, this is the third TV so far. If you want to watch TV while you're in bed, just chill out. I got you. This little sitting area here, if you want to maybe talk about your day's troubles, you know, what's been on your mind, nice little comfy area there to do it. I will say they do have some newer touches in here as well. So they do have a little area here just to put your phone on top of to charge. Nice little charging station here. I lied. That is a noise machine. So if you're one of those people, those sick individuals who likes noise machines when they sleep, they got one in the room. We'll be turning that off because no. The bathroom area is stunning, you guys. So right away, this shower is huge. You can have a full-on party in here. You've got your rain head shower up there, which is awesome. You've got your handheld shower as well. So if you want to, you know, get all your nook and cranny and everything. You've got like all the fans and everything in here. It does look like it's actually a steam misting shower, which is really, really cool. So definitely we'll be trying that one out. I'll let you know how that one goes once we figure all the, you know, touches out and everything. This bath in here is gorgeous as well. I mean, it does take up a lot of room in here, but I mean, how much room do you really need? You've got tons of room over there as well. So really excited to try this stuff out. Again, this is the kind of things that we will be reporting on at the end of the video to let you know how all this stuff was and was it worth the upgrade. So let's continue on into the bathroom. Again, very, very spacious. You've got a huge spacious closet here where you're gonna have your safe, your ironing board, all that stuff. So they got you covered with that. Again, some cool views, which I will get into momentarily. You got the dual vanity, his and hers, hers and hers, his and his, whatever. Sinks there, so you've got, you know, both of you can kind of take up your own space without getting each other's way. There is a little bit of storage underneath, so if you got, you know, some toiletries, you want to keep your own stuff down there because there's not a whole lot of counter space if you've got like hair products or makeup or stuff like that. So they do have you covered in there, which is nice. There is a hair dryer, so don't worry about bringing your own unless you have like a Dyson or something fancy that you'd rather use. So yeah, nice. This toilet in here, another little toilet area. Beautiful toilet though. You've got like all these fun little buttons here for the, you know, for drying, for washing, for flushing, like it's oscillating. Like there's a lot going on here. I feel like I'm gonna need a PhD to figure this thing out, but there's a lot going on over here and really, really cool. Yeah, we'll be reporting on that one later. Again, another unique feature in here is windows that actually open. Like, again, not a whole lot of places in Las Vegas will you find that. So it's really cool that they do give you that option because sometimes you just want a little bit of fresh air or just to hear what's going on outside and not just what's going on in the room itself, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. As mentioned, some of these windows will open. Now let me check if this is going to be one of them. I know one of them Cody managed to open. I don't think that's one of them. Let's try the other one. Okay, here we go. So this one you can actually fully open. I don't know if I would really recommend going out there. I don't know if they really want you to do that. It doesn't look the safest, so I probably would recommend not maybe going out there. But at least it's nice once again that you can kind of at least step out a little bit and just get some fresh air, get the ambiance. You're right next door to the Horseshoe. You can see what's going on over there in Paris and, you know, the Bellagio and everything. So it's just really cool views all around. I'm going to close that though, because I've had some bad luck leaving my window open in Vegas, which I won't get into in this video. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for this room tour of this Boulevard Suite in the Cromwell. I am pretty impressed for the most part. You know, I will say the Cromwell is celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year. They did open in 2014, was formerly Bill's Gambling Saloon. Before that was Barbary Coast. So this building has been here for a while, but it's, you know, been the Cromwell for 10 years now. I do see some signs of its age. Like I will say, you know, for example, on the floor, you can see some scratches where the pinball machine was and, you know, some marks and little dings and stuff here and there. But I mean, that is going to happen. There's going to be wear and tear in the hotel no matter what. Now, just some housekeeping before we get too far into it. As mentioned, we are gonna be here for 3 nights. So this video itself is gonna serve as basically a room tour and then a review at the end of what we thought of, our stay at the Cromwell. There will be some other things sprinkled in there. I'll let you know a little bit about the pool. There is one restaurant in here, which we will be checking out later tonight. There will be a separate video for those things, but I will give you a little bit of details in this video, at least just to give you some, preview of what to expect from those videos. This is also the part where I'm gonna ask that if you please like this video, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel as well. Once again, it's totally free for you, and it really helps me keep delivering this free content to you, so I'd really, really appreciate it. Anyway, we just got to Vegas. We literally just landed like an hour ago, just checked into the Cromwell. We're gonna get ourselves some drinks, we're gonna do some exploring, and see what Vegas has to offer this time. All right, we got some time to kill before our reservation at Giada, so we're gonna play a little bit in the casino here. I never have much luck in the Cromwell, to be honest with you, but Little Shop of Horrors was calling my name, so let's see what it does. All right, kids, so we did a little bit of gambling downstairs in the Cromwell. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did quite all right. We were playing, I was playing Little Shop of Horrors and won quite a few of like the mini jackpots. So nothing huge, like, $10, $15, $20 kind of things, but like kept piling on, got that, the bonus a few times as well, which was nice. So did all right. Ended up walking away with more than I put into the machine, which is always a good time. Tonight, we're actually gonna be checking out one of the only restaurant inside the Cromwell, which is gonna be Giada's. So there is another little grab and go type place called Eat Well. And that's basically like your coffees, your sandwiches, think breakfasty type stuff, right? So this is the Giada's, though, is the only actual full service restaurant in all of the Cromwell. I mean, again, this is a smaller resort, so it makes sense. This is gonna be by celebrity chef Giada De Laurentiis, I believe her name is. I actually went to this place on, shortly after their opening, and Giada was actually there in person. Took a picture with her, which I will shamelessly display right now, just to, for the bragging rights. But excited to check this place out. It's basically, Italian style food with, Giada's own, twist and everything. There's a few dishes there that I've been really, really interested to check out. So really excited for that one. Gonna show a few little clips in there, but again, there will be a separate video of our whole experience at Giada, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel, you know the drill. Anyway, see you at Giada's. Good morning, or should I say good day? It is a little bit later than I originally planned on giving you guys an update. Last night we went to Giada, as mentioned, for dinner. I mean, there will be a full video talking about our experience there, so look out for that one. But yeah, just kind of, I would say average in terms of food quality, expensive in terms of price, but we'll get into that in a separate video. Otherwise, just kind of hung out, gambled here and there, walked around the strip a little bit, kept pretty busy. Today we, again, roamed around, did some shopping, went over to the premium outlets. Tonight we are going to be checking out a brand new show, which again, there'll be a separate video about that as well, so we will be checking out Disco Show. Later tonight, another Spiegel World show. That's over the link, and we're also going to be eating at Diner Ross, so once again, there will be a separate video for that as well. But yeah, just wanted to give a quick little update, I guess. I mean, we did use the showers in the room. The shower is really cool. I love the steam in there. Like, you don't need it when you're here in these hot temperatures, but yeah, really like the showers. Slept pretty comfortably for the most part. The room was a little bit warm. I think these lights, to be honest with you, make the room kind of hot, so you got to be careful with that as well. But otherwise, slept fairly okay for the most part. It's always hard for us because we have that 3-hour time difference, but still we managed. But anyway, like I said, we have a show to get to tonight, so we do need to get ourselves changed, freshened up and everything, so we'll be going to do that. Again, keep an eye out for a separate video for that one, and yeah, I guess we'll keep continuing to keep you updated. See you later. Good morning, campers. It is day 3, I believe, at the Cromwell now. So last night we checked out Disco Show at the link and had dinner at Diner Ross. Again, there will be separate videos for that, but such a fun night that just, ended up probably a lot later than we anticipated. So again, slept pretty well. I've been waking up a little bit early because, again, the time changed for us, but otherwise been sleeping pretty well here for the most part. Today we're thinking it's probably gonna be pool day because we do have to check out tomorrow to a different hotel. So I'm thinking, we do have late checkout tomorrow. So the Cromwell pool is the rooftop pool Dreas, which is gonna be like a day club basically. So it's gonna be 21 and up. I know that what you're thinking, but Daniel, you're way too young to get into that club, and surprisingly not, they're gonna let me in, don't worry. So if you are under 21, obviously you can't go to this club. That said, this being an all ages resort, obviously, they do give you access to the pool at the Flamingo and at Caesar's Palace. So we're actually kind of thinking maybe checking out the pool at Caesar's Palace today, and then maybe quickly checking out Dre's tomorrow morning before we leave. We'll see how we go, but one way or the other, we will be having probably some kind of a pool day. We're gonna have a quick bite somewhere. Maybe we'll go over to Planet Hollywood and get something cheap and go from there. So we will keep you in the loop. And of course, any pool videos, I'll show you some clips here and there, of course, but any pool videos, they will be separate. So, keep an eye on the channel. I usually release hotel videos, and then the following week, I will usually release a pool video that corresponds to the hotel. So just in case you guys are new here and haven't, got the gist of, what goes on around here. But anyway, let's go eat and let's go swim. Okay guys, it is day 4 at the Cromwell. I'm losing track now. Unfortunately, it is checkout day for us. That said, we have diamond status here, so they were able to give us late checkout, so we have checkout at 1, I believe. We are going to go check out the pool at Caesar's Palace today. Like I said earlier, if you are staying at the Cromwell, you can use the pools at Flamingo and at Caesar's, just because the pool here is more like a day club and obviously 21 and up, so not everybody can attend. So we are going to go check out the pool at Caesar's Palace. It's been probably over 10 years since I've been there, so kind of interested to see what's going on there. When we get back though, I will give you guys sort of a quick wrap up of my thoughts at the Cromwell, our stay here. I know I probably haven't been doing like the best job ever of keeping you guys up to date, just because I've been crazy busy this trip. So I'm gonna do my best to give you guys a really quick recap, final thoughts, let you guys know what I thought about our stay here, if I think it's good for you guys, and we'll see you there. All right guys, just got back from the Caesar's pool, hence my red face, and unfortunately getting ready to check out of the Cromwell. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, full disclosure, we are here for another 5 or so days, I believe. So it's not like we're going home, but I'm still really bummed that we're leaving this hotel. So when we come to Vegas now, we typically come here for a minimum of a week, sometimes more. And we do bounce around a little bit for multiple reasons. We try to take advantage of our comps. We try to, see different hotels, get different content for the channel, for you guys to see. So we will bounce around a little bit. So this particular time, we are gonna be in, I believe, at least 3 hotels. We might get a couple extra bookings literally just to show you guys stuff, but otherwise we're gonna be in at least 3 different hotels. So the first hotel, when we do this, really does set the tone for the rest of the stay, right? The other hotels, we're gonna compare it obviously to the first one. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, Cromwell has set the bar kind of high. So I will admit, let's start from the beginning. Our check-in process. We checked in on a Tuesday in the morning, or I guess afternoon. I'm not gonna lie, the person that checked us in was not the most friendly. You try to make a little bit of chat with them and try to get a little bit of banter going and everything. And I mentioned that we were here for my birthday, and I mentioned a couple things just to kind of get some kind of a conversation going. And I got 0. So for me, at least, was she having a bad day? It's possible, but I just feel like for your first impression, the first person you speak to when you go to a hotel should really set the tone in a positive way. And I didn't get that at first, and I was kind of a little bit worried, because when I was actually booking this, and I mentioned to a few people on this channel that I was going to be staying at the Cromwell, a lot of people were like, I don't know. We didn't love it there. We didn't have the best stay there. We didn't like our room. We didn't like this. There was nothing to do. I was feeling a little bit worried, to be honest with you, but I have to say, without hesitation, I would absolutely book the Cromwell again. Now, granted, yes, we did get an upgraded room, which we did pay a little bit more for. So we were here for 3 nights, which were fully comped. We paid an extra $100 a night for this particular suite. This is the Boulevard Suite. It's a great room. Once again, as you've heard me say in many other videos, when we have these large rooms, we kind of barely use this area. I think I sat on that couch once when the cleaners were cleaning our bedroom area, and I didn't really, want to leave the room, so I just sat there and kind of hung out. We did use the kitchen a little bit, the fridge was handy to throw our leftovers in. We went to a couple restaurants where we had some leftovers, throw our, we had our tequila in the freezer to keep it nice and cool. We had some waters in the fridge that we kept cool. So having the full-size fridge was great. I didn't bring any Keurig, so I didn't get to take advantage of the Keurig machine, and obviously I didn't touch the mini bar because I don't want to spend those prices. So did we take full advantage of the room? Absolutely not. Are there going to be things that I miss about this particular room? Absolutely. So starting off with that steam shower. Now that steam shower was, I mean, it did take a little bit of time to kind of kick in, but once it did, it was great. Like I really enjoyed that. I don't know about you guys, when for me, I do have a bit of problems with like my sinuses, and especially when I come to Vegas because it's so dry. This is a bit of TMI. I do get sort of those dry kind of bloody boogers sometimes. So yeah, the steam shower definitely helped with that, because you know, you're in there, it's kind of getting all that nice moisture and up into your, you know, your sinuses and everything. And I did find it did help with that. So I am gonna miss that. It did help my breathing tremendously. So yeah, that will be missed. I'm not gonna lie either. Like, okay, I know that, you know, my Europeans watching this video, you guys are probably used to having bidets in your homes and whatnot, but at least in North America, it's not so common. So having the bidet in the bathroom with the first of all, the bidet, then also the dryer. Like, I think I probably have the cleanest bum in all of Las Vegas right now. Like, I will miss that. I'm not gonna lie. It was nice thing to have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be looking into one of those for my place, I think. Other things I really enjoyed about the Cromwell is, you know, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that it is a smaller hotel. I said 8 floors. Now I did correct me. I have to correct myself here. It is 8 floors, yes, but only from floor I believe 5, 6, 7, and 8 are actual, you know, with floors with rooms on them. Otherwise, it's basically parking. So it's a very small hotel, which worked in its favor, at least as far as I'm concerned. Because, you know, for example, the elevators, you very rarely had to wait for an elevator. There was once or twice the last day or so that one elevator wasn't working, so you did have to wait sometimes a couple of minutes. But for the most part, the elevators have been pretty quick, just because there's not a whole lot of people in here. And yeah, that definitely helped. I also really like the fact that when we wanted to get to and from the Strip, we weren't walking for hours. You know, if you're staying somewhere like, for example, MGM Grand, and nothing against MGM Grand, that place is huge. So when you're in your room, you come down the, you know, the ground floor from your room, you're walking quite a few minutes until you actually will hit the Strip. And I know when we were here last time, Cody's sister actually got lost in there and couldn't find her way out. So with the Cromwell, it's very simple layout. It's basically like a rectangle. You come, you can, you know, it's basically, as soon as you walk in, it's just all casino floor with the tables. Guest elevators are easy to find. It's very user friendly. So, you know, I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but if I talk about, you know, if this spot's right for you, I would say it's not really the best hotel for families, because, you know, as mentioned, the pool on the top floor is a day club. So, you know, you're not gonna, as a family, you know, unless your kids are all 21 and up, probably not the best place for you guys to be. That said, we did go to Caesar's pool today, and you can also use the Flamingo pool as well if you're staying here. So, you know, it's still doable, but I would say out of all the places, if I was coming here with kids, this probably wouldn't be my first choice. I do find the vibe in here to be, I don't want to say younger, but I would say maybe like 20s, 30s, 40s, but you still do get people obviously older than that as well. But yeah, I would just say it's probably not the most family-friendly hotel. I would say if you do have mobility issues, this would probably be a really good place for you, because as mentioned, you know, you're not moving around a ton. If you want to basically just get from your room to the Strip and vice versa, there's not a whole lot of walking involved. So, you know, I know when I've come here before with people who maybe aren't the best, you know, aren't the most mobile, maybe have some issues walking, and, you know, just sometimes getting out of the hotel can be a very strenuous thing. Like, and I know you guys are probably thinking, really, but trust me, some of these hotels are absolutely huge. So having a small footprint like the Cromwell has can definitely work in its favor. Now, who it's not for, like I said, it's not for families. If you are the type of person who likes to stay on campus when you go to a hotel, you know, you don't really like to leave, you kind of just want to stay where you are, I will say this probably isn't going to be the best place for you to stay. You know, for a multitude of reasons, mainly being there isn't really a whole lot to do. The Cromwell is basically, you got the casino on the ground floor, you've got a little cafe area, eat well if you want to just grab a quick sandwich or a drink. Speaking of which, last night I was so thirsty because we ate somewhere and it was like super salty, and I was just craving like something kind of sweet and bubbly, and I wanted just like, I never drink pop, but I kind of wanted some pop. So I wanted to get like just a Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. So we asked, we went over to the Eat Well area, and they had like a fountain machine, and I asked just to get just a regular one, thinking, you know, I know it's gonna be overpriced. It was over $7 for just a fountain drink. So I had to say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Like, crazy. So I just came up to the room and just drank some water. But yeah, just be forewarned, that place is not gonna be cheap. That said, you are kind of close to some Walgreens and CVS's and things like that. I strongly urge you to go to that, because even the store, there is a store as you first walk in from the drop-off area. That store's not cheap either. I remember trying to buy a bottle of water from there, I think last year, and they wanted like $10 or something crazy. So try and avoid those if you can, because you're gonna always overpay. But anyway, I digress. In terms of things to do here, like I said, you do have the Ewell there. You do have one restaurant besides that little cafe called Giada, which we did check out as well. It's the celebrity chef Giada De Laurentiis. Italian food, I will say we were a little bit underwhelmed, found it to be a little bit expensive for what it was. So just note that that is going to be the only restaurant here. But again, you are in such a prime location. You are in Center Strip. You're, right at Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. So, I'm looking right at the Bellagio right now at the fountains. Caesars is across the street from me. I got Horseshoe, across the street from me on that end. You are in prime location to get around, the Link Promenade area is just over there. So if you want to just go there and get, something to eat, or, go to the High Roller or whatever the case is. Location wise, you can't get much better than this, and I say that because, even though I will still say that places like Bellagio, Cosmo, Caesars are in great locations, you still have to walk quite a bit to get from your hotel to the actual strip. Whereas at the Cromwell, because it is such a small place, you can get to the strip so easily. Now, obviously you have the casino, if you're into the gambling. We played a little bit here. I probably walked out even, I would say. I'd go up and down, and I kind of came out just even. I don't usually have the best luck here, but I found my luck to be a little bit better here this time. Maybe it was just by chance. And then if you're into the club scene, there is obviously, as I mentioned, the day club Dre's. They also have the nightclub up there as well at night. And they also have an after hours, I think it's called like Dre's After Dark or whatever, which is in the basement area. If you are a hotel guest, you can attend Dre's day club for free. You can attend the nightclub for free. But I believe not on weekends, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, because I've kind of heard mixed information. They even told me, for example, that we wouldn't be able to get a day bed unless we paid for it, but there were day beds available for guests for free. Not many, so keep that in mind. But from what I understand, the after hours you will still have to pay, even if you are a hotel guest. Anyway, I am sure I'm forgetting something as usual, because I do kind of like to go into these with not really a game plan in mind, more or less just like to speak from the heart and kind of just riff and let you guys know my experience from sort of start to finish. I don't want to say that I'm surprised, because I didn't think that, I knew that I'd probably be happy at the Cromwell. I will say I didn't think I'd be this happy in the Cromwell though. I'm actually gonna miss being in this hotel. It's served us really well. The location you can't beat. The room is really great. I did sleep well for the most part. I will say the last night I didn't sleep the best, because you do have Old Red across the street, which is Blake Shelton's new bar and restaurant, and they do have live music there. And I did find that it did go on a little bit later last night and it was a little bit louder, so just be forewarned. And of course you are going to hear some sounds from, you're right by there's cars right there. I can see the strip very, easily. So you are going to hear cars going by. You're going to hear the police. You're going to hear ambulances. You're going to hear some noise. You're going to hear the jets from the Bellagio fountains. But, it's not been too bad. Like, as I said, for the most part, I have slept pretty well still. But anyway, as usual, like I said, probably have forgotten something. So if I have forgotten anything, you guys have any additional questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to leave them below. Obviously, it's really helpful for other travelers, because they probably have the same questions that you guys have. It's also really helpful for me, because any interaction you guys have with this channel, whether you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, it all helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, I'd really, really appreciate if you consider subscribing to the channel. It's totally free for you, and obviously it really helps me keep delivering this free content to you as well. So yeah, please, please, please consider subscribing. Once again, this has been Daniel Spotlight. Viva Las Vegas, and we'll see you in the next one.